Alright, spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers for the rest of Skywalker, leave now. 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 Sorry. I apologize. If your ears are bleeding and now you can no longer hear my voice, I apologize. Alright. Palpatine. It's not really explained what Rey is, but she's kind of Palpatine's daughter or nephew or who did Palpatine bang to make Rey? I don't know, but I wish they explained it better. Yes, but my thing about it is I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this for one reason, because some people are like, well, she should have been a Skywalker. It would have made more sense. No, I don't think she should have been, because if she was one, well, it would have been dumb to me, because she's more powerful than freaking Luke Skywalker. Her being a Palpatine makes sense. Okay, he's the strongest Sith user, but she's stronger because she's using her powers for good, and that's what I find interesting. I just wish they had set up some of her other powers earlier in this movie, like she shoots lightning and it blows up something that supposedly Chewie was in, and I freaking almost had a heart attack in the theater watching that. I was like, what? You didn't kill my boy Chewie? No, you didn't do that. And then it was like, next scene I'm like, oh. I calmed down, but my heart almost exploded. I was gonna break into tears right then and there. I just knew they couldn't kill Chewie, though. They couldn't do that. And I felt like if they were gonna do it, they wouldn't have done it like that. They wouldn't have the main character of the trilogy just go So, I just feel like Poe's arc was really good about him becoming a leader. It made sense because that's kind of the direction his character was going throughout the whole trilogy. So I like that dynamic, that interesting idea coming around. And some of his old friends from random planets that you meet, which I like that. I forgot her name, but she was a cool character that you didn't really know too much about her, but she was a good character. Lando, I don't know why they brought him into this movie at all. He was so underplayed in this movie, and it was kind of sad. I thought they were gonna kill Lando, honestly, because they've been killing the legacy characters in every movie, and this includes this movie. They killed Leia, which that one made sense. Okay, the actress is dead. You can't bring her back, so she can't even make it to the end of the movie. I just felt like, though, they should have kind of just had her die at the beginning or something, because her being there was like, okay, well, she's dead. But, none of the characters that we actually are following or care about are here to mourn this character dying. And it would have made more sense. And, I like that. I thought it was a good movie. And I thought that Palpatine... I don't know why I'm doing this, but this looks sexy. Come on, you won't watch this video like this. I thought that Palpatine's plan really didn't make sense. He looked cool, but what was his plan? What did he do? His plan was, alright, Kylo, go kill Rey. But then he wanted Rey to join him? I don't understand. It was really just kind of a reprint. That whole part was just kind of a rehash of Return of the Jedi, except kind of longer and kind of dumber. And Kylo coming in and dying, and it just it was kind of it's just too Vadery, because it's the nice flashback he has of his dad, and Leia helps him see what he needs to see, and I really enjoyed that part of it, but then the ending of his character, him actually dying, I just wish he would have survived, and he's like, I've redeemed myself to the galaxy, but now I must kind of become... He kind of just went off into exile. That would have been more interesting, because that way you could have made like a Disney Plus show, and it could have been like Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender, where he's kind of just wandering around, doing like, and just going around random planets helping people, kind of redeeming himself. He's still kind of seen as the villain because he still kind of is one in a way, and I just think that would have been more interesting than what they actually did, instead of just rehashing something that was already perfect, honestly. Vader's redemption arc. And they didn't do it as good. And I just felt like that should have been done better. I also feel like that a lot of the parts of C-3PO were pretty good, but then when they said, okay, well, his memory has to be wiped if he's gonna read this Sith artifact that they need. And I'm like, okay, well then C-3PO should have just died here. Because he was annoying, like, saying stupid crap the whole movie, and then it's like, they should just killed him. Like, they should just, like, like that whole emotional line, taking one last look at my friends. I'm like, oh, you're taking one last look at your friends? Not anymore, because you're back. R2-D2 just brings you back, which they already stated couldn't happen, and they didn't really explain how it could happen. Dio was kind of dumb. And he was kind of just like a little toy in the movie, and it was kind of dumb. I didn't like him as a character, honestly. I regret buying your payas. I'm just kidding, I don't, but you know. I feel like that whole part where Rey kind of gets pissed off about the battle with Kylo and flies back to with their TIE fighter, and you see it on fire, and Luke's like confronting fears the destiny of the Jedi. That was a great scene. I just wish the Porgs weren't there. That was kind of dumb, but that whole part was really good. I really loved that. I was like, it was a great scene. Included Luke in finally the ending, and then finally when she goes back to the planet at the end of the movie, Tatooine, comes back to Luke's house, and she asks, "Who are you?" "I'm a Skywalker." And you see those characters off in the distance. That was dumb. Okay, I hated that. I hated that so much. Because that was too cheesy. And then Maz giving like Chewbacca a medal because he was the only one in New Hope that didn't get a medal. That was retarded. Like, that was so cringy. That's a meme, okay, in the fandom that Chewbacca didn't get a medal. It's a meme in the fandom. Why would you do that officially in canon? That is terrible. But yeah, that's kind of just my thoughts on the movie. I really love this movie. And again, I can't argue that this movie's a perfect movie, but people are being way too harsh on this movie. Even critics I actually like are being way too harsh on this movie.